yes people, hope everyone is doing well. Once again, I did just want to apologise to everyone watching this video right now, to any of the fans, if I've got any people that do wait for the videos. Apologies for the lack of uploads once again. I'll be totally honest with you, there really isn't that much going on in my life right now that's been worth picking the camera up for. Obviously behind the scenes I've still been working like in the unit, there's been shit tons of Pokemon stuff going on. There was obviously that big Phantasmal Flames drop last week, which a lot of people in the server did sweep up in their local areas. We saw stores like HMV, Game, Morrison's, Asda, Tesco's, local gaming stores, Smith's Toys Superstores. That was a big one. I mean, there's so many shops that I could list right now. WH Smith, TG Jones. Yeah, Fordy's currently in the unit as well. He's just going through some of my vintage stock because he needs a few bits. Because just to keep listing and keep the algorithm going. I've got so much in right now, haven't really even got time to be listing all of it. But yeah, next week is going to be fucking massive. So the date when I'm filming this currently is it's Friday the 21st of November, 6 PM. So that means 1 week today we have got, of course, Black Friday coming up, which is going to be, for resellers, arguably one of the biggest days of the year. Reason being, I've got an email from Whatnot. They've been spamming me and blowing me up. Let me show you quickly. You can see here, Black Friday, 0 commission. This is absolutely massive. Obviously, Whatnot fees, they did go back up to like 12%. The whole of August, we saw 0% fees, and we sort of got a taste for what it is like. But now they're going to be taking them off for Black Friday once again. So next week is going to be massive. To anyone that does enjoy the clearance store videos, don't worry, you're going to be getting a couple of them coming out. I mean, we're going to be going at what, like 4 times next week? Well, probably 5, and then we're going to be selling all of it on that Friday when there's no fees whatsoever, so the margins are going to be fucking crazy. It'll basically just be like it was back in August at the end of summer, and that was a really good month. But yeah, other than that, not really too much has been going on. I got myself the new iPhone as well, if anyone does care, the 17 Pro Max, and to be fair, it's been doing wonders so far. I don't know if you guys know, but if you press this button here on the side, it brings up the camera app. I've also commanded this button, so if I hold it in, you can see it just opens up Discord and takes me straight onto the server. Probably the same old shit with this sort of video. I know a lot of people do like hearing me waffle on and just bang on a little bit. I'll be opening some Vinted parcels, showing you guys what's been selling really well. Obviously, I can't show you everything. That's more for the people that are in the server. But yeah, just a lot of Pokemon stuff's been going on at the minute. I suppose at the end of the year, because Pokemon's such a collector's game, you can imagine so many people are buying gifts for their family members, friends. A lot of it is to do with Pokemon, so people are paying up quite a lot. But yeah, I won't really mess about too much. What I'll do is I'll just start opening some parcels now. I've got a big bag here that I picked up from the post office just on the way to the unit now. There's been some problems with my main Vinted account as well. I know a lot of you that watch the YouTube, you do follow me on Vinted, because obviously I do promote it in the description of my videos with my username and stuff. I've been getting so many 1-star reviews because my Vinted's been like bugging out so hard. I've still been getting the money and getting paid, but I don't even know what's going on. It's just been so weird. But anyway, first parcel, you guys are probably used to it by now, a Napajiri. Always make sure when you are picking these up that they have got the inner fleece on the inside. Always aim for the sizes, probably medium, large and extra large. The bigger the size in these, the better that they do sell. These are consistently selling for me up at anywhere between 40 to 50 pounds. I'm usually selling them at around that 45 to 50 mark though. And I'm picking these up sometimes for as cheap as a tenner. So it's been absolutely insane for me over the last couple of weeks. Next parcel, another Napajiri coat. This one, I've sold one in this colour before. It sold really quickly for around £50. This one's an extra large as well, I can tell just by holding it. Inner fleece once again, so you've got 2 different types of them. I haven't even got one of the mesh line ones because I don't even pick them up because they're just not as good. I want to make sure that they've got this grey fleecy material on the inside. Pair of Air Max 270s. These are in a smaller size. You can see they're in absolute mint condition. I'll probably be listing these up for probably £26 to £28. These are really, really nice. Next up, we've got a Patagonia long sleeve t-shirt. This does need a bit of an iron or a steam, you can see, but nevertheless, the condition on this is still really, really nice. Can't really go wrong with Patagonia. This one here is in a Tesco bag. Another Napajiri coat, once again. Shit tons of these coming in at the minute. This one does smell a bit though. Fuck me, that stinks.
Oh, mate.
I know. What even is that? What does that even smell of?
It's like damp.
Oh my god. Fuck. So, I mean, if you saw the amount of Vinted parcels that I've got here sat right now, I've probably got at least 30, but what I do is I sort of hold on to them a little bit, the unopened ones, because I know you guys really like seeing me open them in the YouTube videos. That's pretty much just what I do. I sort of just hold on to them a little bit. For you watching this, do not do that, because you've always got the chance that you are going to open something and it may have a slight rip or a slight defect in it. But for the most part, a lot of people don't really send you defected items anyway. Quite rare that people do try doing it on the sly and hiding them from you. People are usually pretty honest on Vinted. I think it's just because they know that Vinted will always just side with the buyer. So if you wanted to get a refund, you could. Even if there was nothing wrong with it. I have no idea what this is. It's like a centre swoosh. Yeah, just a plain black centre swoosh jumper. Size extra small. These are really, really great movers. I mean, if anyone's been watching my videos for some time now, you are going to know that the centre swoosh jumpers and the centre swoosh hoodies, by far one of the most consistent sellers for me on Vinted. Always selling them for anywhere between probably £15, £25. And these fly off of the shelves. And the best thing about them is that you can pick them up ridiculously cheap. To anyone that doesn't know, you buy them in women's sizes, so you can buy them as, let's say, S/8, it's the Vinted terms for it, and then you can literally sell it as a men's small, for example, and it's just double or even triples the value. So that's like literally one of the best tips I can give. Okay everyone, just jumping in this video quickly to tell all of you about Resell Locker, which is a reselling community and server that gives you all of the tools and information that you need to start your reselling journey. And more importantly, it's been created by me as well. You get full and immediate access to Europe's fastest Vinted monitor, which is pinging items 24/7, and it has an automated feature so it can pick up stuff for you when you're on the move. And the Vinted monitor isn't just available to people that live in the UK. It's scanning and monitoring over 20 different countries spread across Europe. You get access to a number of different price guides, including shoes, clothing, electronics, you name it, we've got a price guide for it, which shows you exactly what you want to aim to be buying your items for and what you want to be selling them for as well. And they're being updated constantly as the latest trends and seasons come around. There's also a complete Nike outlet reselling guide, which contains thousands of words. It's all in one document, and there's tons of photos to make it even more user-friendly. We also let you know in advance the best retail flips. We have a full guide for legit check-in, as well as a full team of people who are experienced resellers, can tell you straight away whether your item is counterfeit or fake. We will also inform you on all of the best Pokemon drops that are coming out on Pokemon Center, Smith's Toy Superstores, and we can even set up monitors for them as well, so you can purchase them immediately as soon as they come out. I've also created a large number of video lessons that you can watch as soon as you join. Do weekly group calls where everyone can join and share their ideas and show us your progress. I have the ability to book a one-on-one call with me as well through the server. If you use this discount code that's on the screen right now, it's going to make your first month just £14.99. And in mind, majority of the flips that you do make these days, you are getting a minimum profit of £25 to £30. That means all you have to do is make one flip in that month you're in the server and you've doubled your investment already. And of course, if you realize at any point that this side hustle is not for you, you can cancel at any time. If you are interested in joining Resell Locker and starting your reselling journey today, make sure you click the link right at the top of the description. Anyways, let's get back to the video. But obviously, to anyone that doesn't know how I am picking up all of this vintage stock, because it's not as easy as it looks, I'll be honest. I mean, I obviously make it look easy when I'm showing you all these different items on the video. There's another centre swoosh jumper there. This one's literally in mint condition, which isn't too bad. I'm basically using a tool called a Vinted monitor. Now, a lot of you watching this, to anyone that's just starting reselling, maybe you're seeing my face for the first time, when you are trying to buy stuff manually on Vinted, to be honest, it's a complete pain in the arse. I mean, obviously, I'm on the latest iPhone here. Let me show you an example. This is a filter that I have set up manually on Vinted. This is what I'd have to do. I'd have to sit there all day, refreshing. I mean, you can see not a lot of items come up. They're showing up at the bottom. It's refreshing here. It's just really not that consistent. If it was me, I'd honestly get bored of doing that in like 5 to 10 minutes. Don't get me wrong. At the start, when I first started pursuing reselling, I didn't have access to a Vinted monitor. So this is what I used to do, I'll be honest. But you can just see, man, like, it's showing kid sizes. It's showing stuff that you do not want to see, stuff that isn't profitable. And that's why I use something called a Vinted monitor. So I know I keep saying that. Now, it's a tool that you can get full access to if you join my server, which is linked at the top of the description, by the way. Snippet I put in every single video, basically explaining the rest of the benefits in the server as well. Let me show you the Vinted monitor. So you can see we've got all of these filters set up here. You can also set up your own private monitors as well, where basically you can put your own desired niches, categories, whatever you want into it, and only you have access to that private monitor. I think now you can make up to, I think it's over 40 of your own private channels, and you can put so many different links into each one. They're super easy to set up. You can see I don't even have to touch the screen, and it'll be refreshing for me and showing me items that are being listed onto Vinted in the categories that we've set up. So my internet's not very good right now, but you can see it's refreshing for me. I'm not having to touch the screen. Whenever something comes up that is profitable, all I've got to do is press this little button here that says buy now, and the code will automatically buy that item for me with zero delays whatsoever. Whereas when you are on the actual Vinted app, have to press around 5 different buttons, wait for like ridiculous loading times before you are able to actually secure that purchase in your basket. As well as that, in the server, obviously we have got a massive community in here now, filled with other resellers who are always happy to help. You can see this is all just from today in the general chats, people asking questions to each other. It's basically just a really nice community. You do meet a lot of people in there that have obviously similar interests to yourself as well, which is making money and starting up a new side hustle and being successful. But obviously one of the main things that I promote, and I'm really obviously shit hot on this in the server, is just all this Pokemon and just random sneaker drops as well. Obviously we do see a lot of profitable stuff coming out. So for example, this was the other day in Nottingham. Me and 40 went to 3 Argos stores and managed to pick up 8 Phantasmal Flame ETBs, and these are reselling for around 25 to 30 pounds profit on top of each one. Within the space of an hour, we made ourselves a quick 250 quid. Tomorrow, we're seeing Costco starting to release the Surgeon Sparks ETBs and booster bundles. I don't personally live near a Costco, but I know a lot of people in the UK will, especially in the server as well. I've just put out loads of details about how much these will be reselling for. These are going to be money doublers by the looks of it. Obviously, I put out loads of stuff last week to do with the Phantasmal Flames drop, an Argos stock checker as well. So all I've got to do is come in here, press these buttons, and I've got SKUs set up for the most profitable items, Pokemon, that Argos does drop. Press them buttons and it will literally show you the exact stock count for that exact item in every single store in a 50-mile radius to the zip you've set up. I don't want to show too much away. If you do want to join a server, like I say, it is linked right at the top of the description. I'll open a couple more Vinted parcels. This isn't going to be the longest video in the world. I'm basically just preparing for next week now because the videos are going to be back basically how they used to be, obviously with the clearance store and stuff coming up as well. I've not filmed the clearance store video in quite some time now. You're probably looking at least probably 6 weeks, I'd say. I haven't actually checked my YouTube account. So that is just a guess off the top of my head. Right, next up here, we've got a Nike dry fit running jacket. We've all seen these before. Literally one of the main things that the young lads are wearing nowadays to these raves, all these big events / festivals. These do hold extremely good value on the second-hand market because the retail on them is actually extortionate. I think they're retailing at like £100 for a jacket that's literally paper thin. But on Vintage, you can pick them up. It's just as good second-hand, so people do pay up. I don't really know what else there is for me to really say. Like I say, there's not really just been too much going on. A lot of my interest at the minute has just been sort of to the people in the server. Me and the staff team are always in there, say, answering people's questions. We're doing a lot of calls at the minute. I'm actually running a giveaway right now as well to give back to everyone. It's been a pretty stressful last few weeks from my end, but obviously as we get closer to Christmas, as a reseller, stuff does get more stressful anyway because sales are picking up. There's so many more items getting listed. So if you was ever considering starting reselling, if this isn't your first time seeing my face and you've been considering it for quite a while now, definitely make sure that this is the time that you do jump on reselling and start that side hustle today, because honestly, a few months ago, I know I say this in most of my videos now, back at the start of the year, I was still working full time. I was in a call center, a job that I hated. I know a lot of you right now can probably relate to this. We've got literally lads in the server now making more money than their parents. There's a 14-year-old boy in there is now clearing about £3,500 to £4,000 profit a month. And he told me that's more than both his parents make put together, and I'm not sure what jobs they could possibly be doing. And if you're watching this video, who's to say that couldn't be you? Even if you are working full-time, you do start doing this on the side as well. It never hurts to have a few extra K coming in each month to help your standard of living. With the cost of living crisis that is going on right now, a lot of people can't afford to pay retail for a lot of this stuff. Hence why reselling, like Vinted reselling, eBay, has just picked up massively because people can't afford to go into the shops nowadays and spend £200 on a brand new pair of Nike trainers. People are always scrolling on Vinted and they don't really care about the defects. As long as you're cleaning them up well, it's not too much of a problem. But anyway, I think I've spoken enough. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to wrap this video up now. Sorry if this wasn't the most entertaining video in the world. It wasn't really a funny one. Just sort of a catch up from me just to let you know what I've been doing. Next week, don't worry, I'm going to be pumping out a lot of content on TikTok, Instagram, because we're going to be shooting over the clearance stores. Probably the Birmingham one. I don't really like going to Stoke, to be honest. It's pretty shit. Stoke's not bad, but I think I got so used to the way Birmingham runs. I've obviously just got going in at the start, clearing out the shelves and then going out. That it's a bit different. But from what I'm hearing, a couple of the rules have changed anyway inside of the Birmingham clearance store. But I'll fill you guys in on all of that next week because, like I say, I've not even been in a little while. Next week, I'll be filming all of that. There'll probably be some more Pokemon stuff that I'll be talking about as well. Like I say, guys, I'll say it the final time for today's video. If you do want to start your reselling journey today and start making a lot of money on the side, just like Fordy, you can see him in the background here. Obviously, just a normal uni student who's now making thousands of pounds every single month, just because I've taught him and told him everything that I knew. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the good shit, and I'll see you guys next week when I upload them clearance store videos. But thank you, and sorry for the lack of uploads as well.